All right, I'm back.
Hello.
There we go. All right then, let's restart.
Let's do
Yes, let's
this.
do some work then.
Yeah, but I enjoy this conversation. It was nice to
Yeah,
discuss it.
no, okay. We should really do a show, well, a
Yeah,
proper setup for having discussion about
I think when
things.
we have like in a couple months when we have our own office, we'll do one then.
Yeah, yeah, we have a room for that, right? Yeah,
Room for it,
that would be
like
so
on
cool.
meeting room,
Yeah.
or just sit and chat about it. Yeah, sweet. Let's do this. I'm streaming again, so
Right.
you can.
Excellent. Right. So, I think let's double check that still got everything ready to convert things um for the motion matching. Right. I show you the uh the settings that we have. So we're using this motion matching library that I took from a guy called Can don't remember the surname. Can what's the guy name? Anyway, he's a great guy. He's just wrote this very solid library, and I basically changed a little bit around because just to fit our needs. But for the most part, is it starts from his original idea, and so he divided the thing into various components, and I guess yeah, I'm gonna show you all the various components, and then like we just convert that data and see if it actually works. So the first thing that you do, I think, is a configuration, right? You do the configuration file, which you basically configure your skeleton. In this case, you got a meta-human skeleton because our characters are the meta-humans. Then you do, you say what are the up axes and stuff like that, but this is like pretty standard. Now, the interesting part is that then he says, okay, I need two inputs for the motion matching. One is the trajectory, and one is the bones that we need to track for analyzing for matching the motion. You can have as many as you want. I tried to 15 points of the trajectory, and I think it was a little bit too much, and it didn't really give me much more than 5. So here, these 5 points are 1 second in the past and 1 second in the future. Actually, I should have 6, right? Okay, now in this case, right, yeah, it's 0.66 seconds
Yeah.
in the past and 1 second in the future, and the middle one is like 0.0 is where you are. So you don't need to specify. So this way, like, and this is the trajectory that is computed from your motion, and is also the trajectory that it will try to match from the data set that we give him. And it's a very important parameters, because that will give you the actual. These will give you not the motion. They will give you the spatial, like the position of the actual player character, right? And but then, which is very important, and then it will you specify which are the bones that you want to track to actually match the correct motion on that path, on that trajectory that you sample as the input. And this is where you have that famous balance between responsiveness versus I don't know, beautifulness of the animation. Like if you just say just track the trajectory, then basically the character will go exactly where it needs to go, right? It is exactly where the inputs are, and it will try to just fit a pose that sort of like matches, but like, yeah, if you go all in one extreme, it will do the exact motion but bad animation. If you go on the other spectrum, I go, I don't care, it just give me the most beautiful motion that will basically follow whatever motion is in the animation set that you recorded, and it will try to match as best as it can your trajectory. But of course there will always be discrepancy, and you know, if you have an input that is a sharp turn 90 degree, but you don't have that in the data set, then you will just feel that, yeah, it's not really turning 90 degrees. It's just playing an animation.
Yeah.
This sort of looks like it. So, and I think like we want to have it, I don't know, somewhere in the middle. But this, yeah, so basically the two main inputs for our locomotion. And you basically create this file and just declare this input. We can play with this later. I'll play with this a million times, but you know, it's always nice to see what the effects are. Then you have the calibration here. This is where actually that when you like weight that balance that I was talking about. So you give it as an input the config that we just saw, how many, you know, how many pose in it, how many bonds you need to match, and how many trajectory points you have. And basically for each one of them, you just give them weights. And this is basically, yeah, the crux of the balancing act between responsiveness and whatever other parameters is called. Beautifulness is all these weights. Like if you give a lot of weights to the poses, then it will be favoring the pose. If you give the weights for the trajectory, it will do the trajectory. If you do half and half, it's, yeah, it's just me. So this is like you can spend ages trying to like tailor this in a way that is got the right. But I think at the moment we got a nice balance. Yeah. It's still not perfect, but it's, you know, it's.
But I think that's also a coverage issue. I think with more animes as well. So.
Yeah. Oh, and of course, yeah. If you have a lot of coverage, then you have less problems with with the animation. They do what they're not supposed to do, right? Because you didn't have any other choice, right? So yeah, so these are the weights. So there are these two files. These are the main like configuration files, and then there is the main one. The main one is this asset here. It just give them all the animation that it needs to process in the huge motion matching database. Basically here, there's the animation of your locomotion, and then he process, you know, he process all these animations, and yeah, you go like here you go other sort of like other tags and other variables, and you know, like it's very complex, but yeah, the bottom line is that you need to create this animation set and give it to the motion matching preprocessor, and the preprocessor will create this huge database in which you can analyze the data and give you the right pose.
And in this animation set, I can see there's a bottom value that's trait names, and that's where we assign the traits to each one, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, traits name so here, and it's got, yeah, like he has like, yeah, it's got like, yeah, like things like there is a cost multiplier if you want to, like if you need some animation to loop, like I think it's like, we got some loop animation here.
So if you want variables to occur.
Yeah, like he give a lot more. What is the loop here? Run. I don't see the run loop.
It's not in this. You might have to scroll down or scroll up. I don't know.
Probably I don't use it, but yeah, they were like you can like if you know that you got some oh yeah here if you know that you go but this is not used. If you know that you got some animations that are that you want to loop, well, that you most likely want to loop in a sense that if you want a very stable walk, you don't want to necessarily jump around all the possible cases. You say, yeah, if you're walking, this is like, and you're going straight. That's pretty much what you want to have. But there are a lot more that, a lot more parameters that we can set. An important one is that we flatten all the trajectories here, I guess. Yeah, we flatten all the trajectory. I think what we can do just to try not to flatten the trajectory and see if that is gonna help on mainly on the slopes. So, but that is for later, right? I mean, maybe for the curves we actually need to. But anyway, like you got this massive, arrays of animations, and
so
and then you pre-process all this data here.
So for the stairs, is it a case of just adding animations to this set and adding the right trait, and then when we're in our locomotion, just switching to the correct trait, depending?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, that's a pretty efficient pipeline, to be fair. I'll consider it.
Yeah, it is. Yes. Yeah, it should be quite straightforward to do. There are a couple of things that they are, but I've automated all this process, but I need to check that it's still working because I did it like quite a few some time ago, and things have changed. If you look here, like this trajectory line and that small pivot point thing. So this trajectory here, it doesn't come from the animation. This is I calculated the root motion rotation. So if you don't have a root motion rotation, and in root motion animation you don't, because the rotation is always 0, 0, 0, then the motion matching won't work because it doesn't know where it's going, like where the root is going. He only knows the position, but not where is, how it's rotated in
the forward vector,
the world,
basically. He doesn't know it's forward.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and basically, if you see like this guy here, these small arrows there, these are the forward vector, and the red one is that we got these trajectory points. These are the pre-calculated curve of points that they are saved on the trajectory path for each animation. So the points are very accurate, but if you look at the arrows are a little bit, wiggly, because it's that is the calculation that I do by hand, and they're not necessarily super accurate. So I need to check all that all the data is still solid. But you can see here when it works, right? Because this is completely automated. You see that it wiggles a little bit.
Wiggles a bit, yeah.
And that's not great because, of course, you just wanted that if it goes straight, you just wanted to have a straight line. Say this is quite poor, and this is the main reason why sometimes it just goes into a weird shape of motion. It's because this is all calculated automatically. To be honest, it's a very good approximation, because it doesn't know that, the pelvis moves quite a lot, especially if you're walking. There is a lot of movement around the pelvis.
To be fair, it's theoretically correct because the pelvis does rotate depending on each step.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that would actually simulate the movement of like each step, probably pretty accurately.
Yeah.
But obviously, as a character, you just want to be going straight.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So, yeah. So there is like the pre-process that we need to do is just make sure that all of these are all of these values are still valid. Okay, so let's try to do it. So we got this. So should we just add one animation for now and see what is the damage?
Yeah, I was thinking if we could just add an animation and get the trait and tag it.
Yeah.
And then see how it behaves.
Yeah. So let's have an animation that goes up and then see if we can. Yeah, okay, let's just the other thing that the motion matching needs is which we don't necessarily have here, but is a lot of buffer between start and end. Like in here, see it goes like, okay, this is not too bad, but ideally we want to have like at least 1 second or like 0.66 or wherever your trajectory points are before you actually enter the motion that you are sampling. Because otherwise you cannot go back and predict correctly. Actually, this might just be fine, but we need to remember that to always leave enough room for the start and the end of the motion. So
I think that's also when we record any other animation, especially like the climbing stuff too. I've found like those cutaway frames are so like they're imperative to like any smooth transition. Like they're really important. And we need to, I think obviously like it's like us making this game like from scratch, we're learning this as we go as well. Like the key principles, especially for motion capture, to make it like good. Like I do think like when we like our next mocap session, I anticipate there will be a lot more. Like we'll know more. Like we're ready to do, to be fair, know more of exactly what we're looking for, so to speak.
Totally. So let's do let's split this animation 1 of 5 to. Yeah, I think we can like. Hopefully we go enough loop here, but let's see. I mean, let's take it easy for now. I've streamed the animation. Save the new file. Okay. Okay, so here we go. So we call this how do we call it in our data asset? SK motion match. Do we call it SK motion match? Oh no, yeah, we need to
SKMM,
yeah, but we need to convert into
we need to retarget it first.
In theory, like bench, stairs, up, 0, 1, walk, right? Bench, walk, stairs, walk. So just bench, stairs. Okay, so in theory, right, I got this tool here, prepared for motion match, and it should do all of those things. But let's see if it does it. Because I need to I need to check that tool because I want to get like that tool. That made an absolute mess of that. What is it? Yeah, okay. Let me check what that tool that was called. That thing.
I always love it's really funny because like That's such like that's everything I ever make. Like it's like you make something like in theory it should work, and then you click it and it's just like the character's completely inverted and it's like upside down in the world, and you're like, of course it doesn't work. Yeah, Sharma. Hey guys, will the game be mod friendly?
I wanted to get that that tool that really handles, really handles all of this data.
Yash is asking if we think the game will be mod friendly. What do you think then?
I think so. I think like my gut instinct is that I personally like it, and I think it's just a very good fit for the community that we are in.
I agree.
That is my feeling.
I agree.
Yeah, okay, this doesn't actually, okay, I mean, I think that would have worked, but it didn't what's the name? It didn't retarget the animation to the metahuman, it just kept the other skeleton, so let's do that as well. So, I'm wondering if there is a case for this one to be a case of our mega animation tool. I think it must be, right?
For this to be an anim cut, I think like yeah.
Like,
it'd be cool if we get it
because
to a state of like one big tool, and then we just click on the relevant thing, pass it the animation we want, and it does what we need it to do, adds it to the, like if we even had it like for this, then like if you highlighted the section you wanted to do, and then it came up with the appropriate actions based on it, so you could like add the trait you want, like auto tap, all that stuff, like.
Exactly. Okay, let's do that. It's gonna be, and so let's do that. So you can have a look about what needs to be done in order to add a new case to that tool, and so yeah, you can you can get familiar with that. So, okay, right. So let's have a look. So I show you at the moment our, unfortunately the name is, I thought that this was just a cat animation, that is basically it's everything, but so that tool I split it into 4 different parts. The animation cutter is the one that does the logic. It's just, the one that does, basically this is the crux of the thing. It trims the first step, it trims with the face, it does the custom pass, it does in-place conversion if it needs to, retarget the animation, root motion, custom pass at the end, updated the data table. I think these are all valid, to be honest. I think these are all good. And so the way it works is that, okay, this does the logic, right? These are all the steps that did it. Then there is an editor part. The editor part is this guy here. There's is this widget here, like and the guess, and the editor part is the one that handles all of this, all of the list of animation, blah blah. So I think so this guy here, we just add one case here, which is motion matching, right? And then we just basically use the same thing, actually. Let's do that. So this guy here has got there you go. The animation cutter type is this enum here. So let's add landing motion matching. We need to rebuild, but for now, let's just. Now, it does things differently. Of course, it has cases to handle this. The various types of things that he has to do. For as much as I could, and this is maybe a good way of checking. If you need to handle like code depending on which animation type, I created a class which is called animation character switching, in which like it does the specific things if it needs to do for each for each cat. Okay, so that is I mean that would be quite handy to have all in one place, because if you add a new enum here, you really want to make sure that you're not gonna through 25 to just add this case. All the cases here I want to handle in just one file. So the first function here that we need to add is where is it gonna store the output animation that it generates. So if it's motion matching here, and I show you here, like at the moment, it goes into animation, and then it go jumps, it go bails, it go all of this. So he creates this folder here, right? So where it stores all of the converted animation or the animation. So in this case, we're gonna create a new one, motion matching animation root, and then basically get one of these. I like to declare it as function and not as a literal name, so I only go one place to change if we need to change this animation root. So it will save the animation into game animation motion matching.
Okay, cool.
And then the prefix is gonna be, for the motion matching, is gonna be skmm. We keep the old one. I just it's a bit different from here, but it's fine. Now parameter type, we don't care. Here is the parameter type is like if you choose the jump, you can have
different jump types. I see. Yeah.
Different type of jump, and if you choose the bail for the motion matching, we don't need. We see where we are the traits done. We'll see. And then we go to a subtype if we need to. So needs in place. In place, no. Okay, actually, no. None of them needs in place for now. Yeah, this is also true. Needs root motion. So far, all of our animation needs root motion. So, I mean, this is a bit silly, but I just keep this switch here so I can add the cases when we need to. Okay, so that's it. We added the cases. Then, I think we can literally just run that code, and we do the phase match and everything that we just gonna ignore. Really, I think that's pretty good actually. All right, so we have that. So let's check the cutter is there. Oh yes, and it will store. We're not necessarily using that data, but it will store all of the animation in our one and only animation data.
Gotcha.
It's gonna be. So I think for now, let's do that, and at least we should have an animation which is automatically
done for us with the phase and everything. Cool.
Yeah, let's do that. So let's just quit this and then yeah, save this one. Okay, let's build. And I guess the trait is gonna be, yeah, possibly. Okay, I need the case. Okay. Okay. Let me just make the compiler happy. I think, for example, the falling and the climbing needs to be in place, right? All those animations.
Good lord.
Oh, slow. Come on.
Winter is here.
All right. Okay, so now if we take animations, just don't want this one really, because we're gonna split it from. Yeah, I should have saved those. Bench stairs. Oh, okay, so let's try. Okay, so what was like one. Very fast.
I think you went from like, I think it was 105 you went from, if I'm not wrong.
105, yeah.
Yeah,
I
pretty
think
sure.
So motion cut, motion matching. Here we go. Yeah, start frame 105. Then
231 maybe. Something like that. Something 235.
yeah, 231 it was, right? Yeah, 234 even.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just to have the cut frame. Yeah, a cut frame we need just to give the face matching a chance. We're not gonna use it, but we need to give it to him. So it's gonna be probably this one. 148 could be. Yeah, I think 145. Yeah, okay, maybe we can have a case in which if the cut keyframe is not important.
Yeah, like we keep it
just
at -1 or something, yeah.
Yeah, we keep it at -1 and say, just cut it, who cares? We don't care about the face. Okay, maybe we should have that type there. Okay, but just let's convert the animation and see what happens. All right. Excellent. Oh, that's a lot better. So we have this animation here. There you go. Right. Steps. Why is it? Is it like?
So it's one of those with the root motion that you've added. It's like added the Y, I think. Added the Z, sorry.
Oh yes, it needs to add the Z, right, for the motion matching, right? For sure. No, I think I was just wondering why it goes. Yeah, why? Okay, it's slightly rotated there. That's quite annoying. It's usually very stable, but let's just keep this. We may want to have some extra thing to make the animation loop, right? Although this is very hard to make it loop. No, I don't think we can make it loop. Yeah.
Because even when I was doing it beforehand, it was like the looping stuff was quite difficult.
Yeah.
Especially when you incorporated the Y. Like if it was just on a straight axis on the floor, it's fine to loop. But once you're looping something that goes up in the air, it's quite difficult.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the okay. But we got this one. This one is really cool. So yeah, so we just do like this, like 2 numbers, boom, it just spits out the animation there. And now, do we do any extra processing there in the old one to translate to origin, phase, root motion extraction? Oh yes, so this is the one that calculates the yaws and the if like there is this go live slittering filter thing to basically give us. So I think we need to do this. Okay, so basically this is the first case. So we need to do root motion extraction, not root motion extraction simple. So root motion extraction will actually give you the root motion will be the root motion will be will include the rotation on the root. If we only do root motion extraction simple, the root will be, it won't be rotated, it will always be 0 0. So we need to add the case here, which is if it needs to add root motion, then we need to have the function that
so that preserves rotation or something.
Yeah, needs root motion rotation animation data type. I'm gonna save this guy here because I have the feeling that he's gonna crash. Just create this one. Yeah, so it's this. More readable. Root motion extraction. So one it does the complex one and one it does the simple one. To be honest, we can maybe add the simple one to all of them. Right? Sorry, the complex one to all of them. Because I don't think it's gonna. I think it's such a bad idea to have a rotation on the root motion. I don't know, maybe it will screw up something down the line, right? Yeah, let's keep it like that for now. Let's keep it separate for now. And yeah. So if this is motion matching, it's true. Yeah, otherwise it's false, right? Okay, well, let's do this. Alright, let's see if we're lucky. Or we're never gonna be, but. A simple function with in mind, I think. Okay. Alright. It claims they did it. So the nice thing about this tool is, which I'm really proud of, that if you now convert the animation again, you just don't need to remember where it came from and blah blah. You just do, just the parameters are the same. Just convert, and it would just do, it would just use the same entry, and it just gives you correct. Oh, there you go. This is correct now.
Yeah, that's right. Nice.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Nice. So basically, so as I was saying, this means that we have this list of motion matching, and if for any reason we need to redo them, we just go here and say convert animation. While the one that we have now, if we need to redo them, we are in big trouble because we don't know where they came from, right?
Yeah, so true.
Really screwed. Anyway, so if we let's save all. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna check this stuff in because I don't wanna miss it. Okay. Because that was a legit code, right? We didn't do anything silly. Okay, yeah. And another thing that I always check before I check in the code, which I didn't do, but I swear I really do, is to check that this guy here is got a green tick. If you go like warnings or stuff, I never check it in unless it's a green tick. Right, so let's add that thing into here, right? And see what happens, really. Now maybe it's because we got everything checked in, right? So let's start to flatten trajectory. Let's say false, right? Let's just prepare our ground. Even the one that actually, maybe this one we need to flatten the trajectory and not the others, right? Okay, that is a good idea actually. Yeah, okay. Now, so I'm gonna revert to that. Okay, yeah. So let's add an animation. Pick animation. So it's called SKMM. SKMM. Here we go. This guy here. Bench stairs. Oh, we need to delete this one, right? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, frame rate. Yeah. What's that? Is that because it didn't complete the... Let me... Okay. Can I recover from this? Oh. Ah, nice.
No, is it because it didn't finish loading all the...
Oh yeah, I think it was still loading the animations for... I don't know, let's see if the animation itself has a problem. I don't see what problem can it have, but you get frame rate, it just looks like That's pretty. Pretty normal. Right, okay, we're back. So let's see. Animation data. Animation data. Speak animation. Okay, I let him doing these things.
I'm just gonna pop toilet quickly. 2 seconds.
Yep.
Back in action.
There you go. Alright, so I think they did a decent job here. Not too bad. Okay. Alright, so we need to add the trait name, but unfortunately we need to rebuild but yeah, let's call it stairs, right?
But
Yeah, let's
it's
call it stairs.
so issue is because of the way we're doing it in the moment now, we need a couple different traits to distinguish the different types of stairs we want to do. So this is gonna have to be stairs walk up.
Oh, stairs walk. Yes, I remember, yeah.
And up as well, because we don't currently do like the Z in our trajectory.
Oh, do we need to have up and down as a trait?
Yeah, because technically they're different traits. So it's like I could be because currently the trajectory doesn't know if we're going up something or down something.
Oh, right, yeah.
When
yeah,
we will later, I think, incorporate that Z into our motion matching trajectory. But I think for now, I think just have more traits until we get that in.
Yeah. Okay. So walk stairs up. Okay. So okay. So unfortunately, we need to get. Because it's a blueprint stuff. We need to rebuild the stuff. But okay. What this thing's called? Sprint or sprint? Right, sprint. Okay. Okay. What's the symbol of that? Okay. Yeah. Well. Matching, right? Okay. Cool. Right. Okay, yeah. Locomotion rate. The locomotion rate. Okay. We go walk stairs up. No, okay, and then. Oh yeah, we need to a way to trigger in the locomotion manager. Or
yeah, we can do that now. So if you go in here, so I think sprint reach value, we don't care about that yet. So walk. Yeah, so if you in the else if way say if we're walking or the move is greater or less than that. So in the bit where we say if the set current, so where we set the current rate to walk, if we add another if statement in there, if we say
in here, you say okay.
No. Well, technically it can be.
I'm gonna move it in the right place, but which is the check that I need to do if we're
okay? So we need to check if it's on the stairs and the movement slope is uphill. So if we go, I think I have them in there. So if we go trace manager, or no, or even character owner. Wait, sorry. If we just go character owner, just character owner, and then get if you type get stairs params, get that, and then dot is on stairs.
Excellent.
And then so that
so if it's on stairs, then don't bother about all of the rest, right?
Yeah. Okay. So if we're on the stairs, we want to only do the stair stuff, and then now we're gonna say, I guess technically, then we're gonna say if we're going uphill. So if character owner dot, I think it's get movement slope. Yeah. Equals e movement slope. Uphill, I believe. Yeah, so if we're on the stairs and we're moving uphill, then we
set the current trace to this?
to walk stairs up. I believe.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay.
Then do we need to set the trajectory generator max speed or whatever?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's have a look at that. I just wanted to, before I forget, to do this thing. I don't know why. I'm really not happy about this code. It's yeah, it's. That is horrible. Why did I? Yeah, I mean this can't code, but it's. What is the name of this? Walk stairs up, right?
Yeah.
Walk stairs up. Yeah, because this is a string, so you need to. I think it's awful. This is just so.
We can fix that after, I guess. Yeah, we can optimize.
Yeah.
Now that we know we're having more straights, we can optimize this process after.
Can I just say remove all traits? Anyway. Okay, I need to have a look at this because this really makes me angry. So, set current traits. What's this up? Sprint. So trajectory max speed is. Oh, right. I think it's just walk threshold,
Yeah,
right?
it's the walk. Yeah.
Because this is walking, right? Yeah. Yeah. I think that's it, really. Should we disable the somewhere in
One
the?
thing though, I think it might be worthwhile putting the trait change into the pairing it with the logic for the walk. So like the walk makes sure that so in here we're making sure that we're actually like moving on the slope and like the. So here like so like in there, and then we check. So like in the walk bit, so are we walking? Okay, and then are we walking on stairs? If so, do the stairs stuff. Then are we walking like? So like I don't know if it's worthwhile putting that that if statement where it's if stairs program on stairs into the walk bit, and then.
Oh, you mean? Yeah. Okay, I know what you mean.
So as to not get too much separation between the stairs and normal. It's sort of still held within each other.
Yeah, that's the thing that I'm not sure about this implementation here. It's like so here we do if the character is walking, right? So
because technically we'll then need then if we do sprint threshold, we'll still need the check to see if the sprint boost value is greater than 0.1, but then we'd also check if then. So I don't know if it's worthwhile having that basically from line 206 to 13 encapsulated within the if for that if you're on there.
Yeah, like you mean here, right? Like this?
Yeah, sort of like that, but could we just put it in like I know it's quite messy, but I was gonna say like so after that after the else if of is walking or like the movement is less than that.
Oh, why you mean? Oh, okay.
And then we just put okay, and then we check are we on stairs and going uphill? If so, then we do that.
Right, I see. So like this then.
Yeah. Then otherwise, like that.
Yeah. No, okay. Yeah, it's good.
It's messy. It's messy. I think we can improve this whole bit here.
Yeah.
But just for now, while we test it out.
So now, if you run through the stairs, the character is just gonna run, ignoring.
Run, yeah. So now we don't have a scenario where it doesn't do anything. So like because if you were going downhill before, it wouldn't do anything. Whereas now, if you're going downhill on the stairs, it'll still just do the locomotion, so we can at least still play the game.
I see. Yeah, correct. Yeah, that's great point. Nice. So, when do we need to disable then the stairs and animation? Like, if we play here, it goes into the stairs, right? We need to disable this one.
When it so we can just kill all that. So if we go in the anim blueprint.
Oh, it's in the anim blueprint.
Yeah, it's in the anim blueprint. I just did like.
Have you got any changes that I need to get?
No, you're all good. All my changes were UI. I already checked them in already. So.
So in there.
And I just did kill it because that whole right section, that far right where it says 2 stairs,
this
and
guy,
those two, I think we just kill them.
Do we disable or kill them?
Just kill it. Just kill it. It's such an easy addition change. It's like nothing. I think for this new approach. So.
Yeah, because we couldn't use that anyway, right? Even if this motion matching doesn't work,
it doesn't work. Yeah, because like you said before, like when I was doing it, I was like, hold on, I'm just starting to make a whole new locomotion system. There's no point. So
yeah. Okay. Yeah. If that doesn't work, then we need to have another option anyway. Okay. So and now, if I play the game, you won't.
Should just run up the stairs still. Yeah.
Yeah. Like he
ignore the crappy IK.
So bad.
Oh, so bad.
It's such a shame that the IK does such a poor job because, really, if it was this smooth, it would be amazing, right?
That's what I mean.
We really need an IK for motion matching in a way. I think we still need to run the IK, right, for the motion matching, right?
Yeah, 100%. So I haven't played around with those IK values, so it's all a bit off. So I need to actually improve all of them. So that's like getting the preferred angles and stuff, right? Depending on what you want to do as well, changes like how you want your rig to behave. It's a bit tedious, to be honest. Because you have to sort of tell it like, if you're going uphill, you need to lift your knees more. If you're going downhill, you need to like drop yourself more. It's like there's a lot of like,
yeah, there's a lot. I remember we're playing also with the with the gates, like with the leaning back and forth. But
oh my goodness,
that was always a mess, right?
The biggest mess. Oh, that's a nightmare. That. Because then you have to look what you're also looking at. You have to then adjust the head rotate. It's just long. But I remember doing that. I spent 8. That's why I've become so comfortable with the control rig. I'm like, if you need anything done in control rig, just let me know. Because it's like I spent days just like trying to just doing iteratively, just like working on that, improving it. And the thing is, it gets it's comes to the fundamental like problem of IK becoming the animation, and then once you do that, you just leave yourself exposed to a host of problems. Like if the whole animation is driven by IK, it's like there's a problem there. Like you'll lose authenticity no matter what you do, because it's almost too contextual in that sense. Like it's like any little hiccup in the environment or change or quick thing will impact the IK in ways you don't really want it to. It's that fun.
Yeah, I know. It's such a subtle thing that.
You really have to like, because I think some places they present it as this like, it's the solution, but it really is. It's like we go on about it, we say every time it is the 5 to 10%, like, and anything beyond like it really can't be the animation, because it wouldn't have the same effect. Like.
Yeah, and I think sometimes it's not even that 5%. Sometimes it's just plain wrong, because
100%.
Like the knee, like bending out like a duck. I mean that even 1% of that, it looks silly.
It's just wrong. Yeah, that is the thing. Like, and that's why you have to be. That's why again, like I have to go into that rig and really fine tune it. So I need to make sure it's limited in terms of what it can do. Because the one problem with IK is like, when you have a chain, you let the chain do what the chain does, but you can't always preempt every you mean like how it's like? That's what you have to be really specific with. Like just saying, "Oh, you're free to do what you want to do." It's like you're opening yourself, like exposing yourself up for issues. But like, yeah, it's a fine balance.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we're ready. All right. All right. Let's see if this thing does anything.
Okay.
I don't know. Does it do it? No. What is this?
I think it is.
No.
Doing
but is it doing? But he has still got the ducky leg, right? Okay, down. Okay, we didn't do down, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's debug it.
Yeah, I just as long as I know if it's doing it or not.
Yeah, it's so hard to understand. The ducky leg of doom.
The duck leg, oh, it's so
yeah, let's see, like
to be fair, we can just do you want to for now just kill the IK? I think let's just kill the IK for now.
Oh yeah, kill the IK.
I think I'd rather that actually, yeah, because then I can go in and just work on it myself. So if we at least know that it's so yeah,
like
that far right rig, yeah, just yeah, if we just like, pull from the previous one to
that's just all of it, right? Like this.
Yeah, just kill IK. Really see if the animation is.
Yeah. Don't run. That's it. No, it's not triggering that animation. Yeah, it's triggering back and forth. It's not. It's not.
Okay, so maybe we probably need to debug what trait we're in.
Yeah. Yeah, let's have a. So let's see if we get like if he's walking. Let's see if he gets here. No, it doesn't understand. To be honest, this animation doesn't look that bad. Okay, it doesn't understand this. If get stairs parameters is on stairs, it's always. Where's this guy? It's a bull. Alright, okay, should we debug it? Oh, we can.
Yes, I mean, if you go into. Yeah, let's debug it from there. Yeah, that's interesting because when we walked on the stairs, that get stairs parameter was what used to change the anim blueprinting. So if we debug it in here, I'm curious to see.
What is the what's it? What
are you looking for?
What is this function here? Event take update. No, sorry, the animation blueprint. Yeah, just was. An event graph.
So in the gather variables.
Ooh, okay.
So,
what are
so on your right is on stairs. That's the.
Why doesn't it print it up then?
If it doesn't print it out currently. Now, if you slide, if we kill the So if you just slide to the other side, sorry. If you slide across, so, but not too far, so just on your right here, like 2 nodes to the right, like 2 seconds. So you see here where it's get stairs params, and then we.
He's on stairs.
So if we just pull that or we can just we can kill the left offset thing at the print string for now, and just where it says like.
Okay, okay. Let's just these are already printf, right?
Yeah, but there's the movement
No,
slope
okay,
is
no,
set.
this is not. No, this we need. Okay, we need.
So I was
Okay.
saying if where it says yeah, if we just pull that into the string thing. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
No, I just want to do append here because
If you set the duration of that as well, just to 0, just so it doesn't fill up the screen completely. Also,
yeah.
also
Fingerprint. That's a V. And then we say is on slope, right?
is on stairs.
Is
Yeah.
on.
Well, you'll also have to disconnect the print to screen node, print to screen parameter from the is on stairs.
This one?
No. So if you see where it says print, that's connected to the is on stairs node. So you just disconnect.
Ah, well, okay, yeah. This is a silly. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that should work.
Yeah, nice. I don't know, just yeah.
Is on stairs is false.
False. Oh, but it's true. Interesting. All right. So this is true, and then this guy is gets this parameter is stairs. That's, how is that? And you read that variable from here, right?
Yeah, I use get stairs params that is on stairs.
What's going on here? Is it ever gonna go inside here?
Maybe it doesn't even go in.
Okay, it doesn't, it never goes here. Wow.
So
that could display.
Oh wait, if you slide up, sorry. Oh no. So trajectory equals 0.
What? Like
it doesn't even go in.
What? Is that not used anymore? What the hell?
It doesn't even call it.
Great. We did all this, and this function is not called. Alright, so okay, just so what is this thing use then? What? Am I debugging the right thing? I mean, this looks so ridiculous. Why is it not going into tick? I'm in debug mode, right? Debug game, right? I don't understand this.
It's not going into anything. So, question. So, is that set trajectory being called, or the set current like what?
So that one doesn't really look like it's getting called.
Can we do like a DT, like a debug string on it to see, or like not there, but like in the set trajectory stuff? Because it seems like the trajectories are yeah, but then if it would be good, it would change. So how does the trajectory change? Because the trait change, sorry. Because it looks as if it is changing, but where does the trait change?
This is like, I'm so confused. Who is this guy here? Upstate? Ah, okay, this guy doesn't.
Oh yeah, sorry, you can kill that. Sorry, yeah, I had that before to Yeah, it was just yeah, that was when I was doing the local motion thing. Yeah.
One sec. Why it looks like? I really think like no breakpoints are working, or
Yeah, the breakpoints don't seem to be working, but could we just like I'm thinking like a DT0 just to see if
But the other thing is they set trajectory speed traits is not being called
never
anyway.
called.
So that this is not used, right? But like, how can it possibly work then?
Where do we set the?
In the control manager, okay, here.
Oh, so set
Control
current
manager
trait.
tick. Yeah. Okay, that will be. Ah, okay, here. Okay,
Oh.
it does the traits. Yeah, right, fine.
Oh,
But
so- okay.
why that is not even triggered?
It doesn't
What?
trigger the breakpoints.
What's going on with the debugger now? Debug game. I'm gonna say, I'm just confused. So I think we need to remove that function so we're not getting confused, and we need to move the code over
Yeah.
the other function.
Yeah, to where wherever we set the traits to. Yeah.
Mm.
Dado, I just got to pop off for like 15 minutes just to help a friend with some code
Yeah, sure.
project of his, and then I'll be back. So,
Nice.
I don't know if you want to pick up the stream or go grab some food or something. Or I don't know.
Yeah, if you wanna quit the stream, I'm gonna maybe just start another one later, and I'm gonna keep working on this, and when you're back, hopefully, I will have understand why the breakpoint is not cool. It's not cool.
Awesome, sweet.
Oh, here we go. Okay, that's nice. Okay, very nice. But excellent,
Sweet,
David.
sweet.
I'm gonna
Catch you in a bit.
catch you